If somebody will knock on my door and come to my house, I will be very happy.
Okay.
I don't have any problem with that. I don't think that it happened ever that somebody knock on our door and say, "Here I am, I would like to have a meal in your house." But I will respect it and I will do it. I will be very happy if a lot of people will do it. I'm not sure that this is the situation, but I cannot talk only for myself, not for other people.
Well, they say they handle it really well, but you know, in finance it's slightly different. There's not a lot of scope for error. So if you end up doing a failure job, then that would be the end of your role.
We sort of work for ourselves in a way. Each one of us is a franchisee financial advisor.
Okay.
So we all work on our personal best ourselves. So there's no firing somebody, you know. That
You experience a kind of failure in your own career, maybe? Maybe a small...
Well, certainly I've made wrong decisions from time to time. I don't ever think of it as failure because I learn from these experiences.
Yes.
I'm more of a failure training my dog because I'm an animal person, but I don't speak dog as well.
Yeah.
So she has me trained, but I don't necessarily. I'm trying to constantly think of ways to better myself with her.
Yeah.
One of the biggest difference between Netherlands and the United States is that Holland is a socialist country. You pay a lot of taxes, but you care one of each other, and there is a lot of good things about that, and there is some bad things about that. The United States, they went on the other side, completely on the other side. They are very capitalistic, and because of that, they care only about money. So if it could be somewhere in between Holland and the United States, it could be perfect.
Mayor of New York, my goodness. And we have one political party that caters almost exclusively to the wealthy.
Exactly.
You know, as if whatever they get, they earn. But there's so much welfare in the wealthy. It's unbelievable what we give away to the wealthy in tax planning and all kinds of subsidies and corporate subsidies. They don't think of that as a subsidy. They only think of the subsidy for the poor woman who is a single mother who's trying to take care of her young children and doesn't have a job, et cetera, et cetera. So we have to change that. Now, if I were mayor, I would try to change that. Of course, could I change it? And even in my lifetime, I don't think so.
Driving habits will be nice to change as well in the city because they're driving like crazy.
Something about that. If I was the mayor, I would 100% what I change in New York is the economy. You know, the economy, and fix and clean them up the city 100%, and fix no matter where you from, where you come from, New Yorker, anyone who throw any garbage in the subway, in the street, you will pay it. You will pay real good.
If I was a mayor of New York, what I would change? I think I will change a lot of things with the what do you call it? The young kids. Young kids are coming up. I would change a lot of things with them.
What would be the first thing?
The drinking. The drinking. You know the drink.
Yeah.
They have too much. They have too much freedom, and they have. Too much. They have too many.
It operates completely different. I mean, there's a lot of people are just crazy about money, and all they care about is getting the money. They don't really care about innovation, and neither do they care about creating something that's valuable. All they want is the commission that they make. So, I mean, innovation is just a point in their PowerPoint presentation.
Is there money for innovation?
Well, innovation is something, wherein you have to invest your time and effort towards it. The money is not really guaranteed. Yeah. So most of the companies here, they don't have that much patience.
Right now, to me, my hero will be Obama.
Obama. My hero is my mother. She do everything for me. Obama ain't doing shit for me.
Jordan Belfort. He taught me how to sell.
Okay.
Thank you very
And who is
much.
that?
And who is the
Former
guy?
stockbroker. I take sales lessons from him.
Okay.
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 Thank you very
Wow. How many can I name? I think probably 2 or 3 of my past bosses. Obviously, my father, my grandfathers. But outside of that, the founder of Ensoniq was a pretty remarkable guy. Recently, I went to his funeral a couple weeks ago, and he moved into this town after he retired. Now, here's a guy that founded a company he sold for $100 million. And it's a legendary company in the music industry. And he moved to this town, Ridgefield, Washington. And no one in the town knew of his history. They knew he was successful in business, but he never talked about himself. He never bragged, he never did any of that. He was so humble, and his humility was so evident after his death. In 100 years, people are going to look back and equate him with all of the great inventors in the music industry. Maybe not his name, but the company Ensoniq. And I just find that amazing. That I've probably learned more from him in the weeks after his death than I did in his life. And truly an amazing man, because his own twin sister came up to me after I spoke at the funeral, and she came up to me and said, "I didn't know that about my brother." His twin sister. That's probably the most influential person in my life.
God.
Okay.
Yes. And his son Jesus Christ. And my hero is my son. My hero is my father. And I don't have no more heroes.